On two different issues here. The first one is Deborah Medina. I heard her speak on the debate last week, and I was quite impressed. Are you going to have her on your show?
Yeah, she's in here. When next week? She's in studio next week, I know, one day.
Okay, I'll be waiting to listen to that one. Another one, I've been listening to you for about a year now, and I agree with about 95% of what you say. But one thing, on peak oil, you know, the U.S. is in Iraq seemingly for the oil, and now they're in Afghanistan, Pakistan to block pipelines to China. Why would they be doing that if peak oil was a hoax and all made up?
Well, that's a very easy way to answer that. It's confirmed that there's more oil discovered, proven reserves in Alaska than there is in Saudi Arabia. On one area, one small field, there is enough to run the country for another 50 years. But they will not allow those pipelines to be brought in because it's artificial scarcity. There's too much oil. There's too much natural gas. And so if they don't shut down large sectors of the Gulf of Mexico and Alaska and other areas, then they won't be able to have their huge profits. They don't want China and other countries to have their own cheap oil. They want them to have to buy it from Western oil companies. And so it's just like De Beers. If there's so many diamonds in the world, why are they so expensive? Because De Beers, owned by the Oppenheimers and others, a big consortium, they have a world diamond monopoly. That's a fact, sir. And so they're trying to make sure that they can make oil more scarce.
Oil in Alaska is proven. Where can I go to see this proof?
It's so voluminous, it's completely insane. That they've only allowed one small area there on the west slope to be opened, a few other areas. The oil companies admit they could build more than 10 pipelines the size of the one they have that already supplies, 14% of U.S. Needs on the west coast. The rest of it's sold that they pump to the Japanese and Chinese. It's common knowledge. It's admitted everywhere. There's an oil field, 640 square miles, right off of Louisiana and Mississippi. That's just everywhere you drill, you hit oil. I mean, everywhere you drill, you hit oil, sir, in that area.
Getting back to Deborah Medina, do you think she has a chance at winning that governorship?
If the mainstream media covered her more and said she could win, yes. And she is rising in the polls, and other patriots, other people out there need to run at their different state levels for similar positions. It's showing people, just like what we just saw in Massachusetts, that if you start early enough, you can basically beat any big incumbent. People aren't just mad at Democrats. They're mad at incumbents.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to spread the word on the forums. Calling from Canada, I really can't vote, but I hope her all the best.
Thank you, Peter. I appreciate your call. By the way, we have her in here the 26th. So that isn't this week, it's next week, and she's been in studio with us. Okay, previously, a few months ago. Let's go ahead. It's our supporters, just like with Ron Paul, that are really energizing her, along with many others. Let's go ahead and talk to Ray in Colorado. Ray, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
Good.
So I just wanted to give this quote out for your listeners. It's pretty much has to do with the fear tactics that the government is using against us and all the false flag attacks. And it was just perfect when I found it. Those who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. And that's
Benjamin Franklin. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just thought it would be really good for your listeners, to hear that.
Well, that's how tyranny works. Somebody might do something illegal with guns. We've got to ban all your guns. Some parent might abuse their child. We've got to ban parents raising their kids. Somebody might shout at their spouse and a fight might get started, so we're going to arrest you if you shout at each other. Meanwhile, the government's mass murdering, poisoning our food, poisoning our water. They think we're animals. They want to get rid of us. Anything else, caller?
Oh, well, I'm just saying that I'm a nanny and I work for,
Studies have shown that many people do not get the proper vitamins and minerals necessary to maintain good health. With so many places to choose from, deciding where and what to buy can be a lengthy, frustrating process. The answer is simple. PureBulk.com. PureBulk.com has over 150 bulk wholesale nutritional products in stock, including vitamins, super antioxidants, amino acids, and herbal extracts. PureBulk.com's products contain no fillers, no additives, no fancy retail packaging, and no minimum purchase, allowing you to save 50 to 90% over store-bought supplements. PureBulk.com carries atomic iodine, red wine extract, ginkgo biloba, oil of oregano, natural coffee caffeine, L-arginine, resveratrol, hyaluronic acid, creatine, curcumin, pine bark extract, grape seed extract, and more. For prices, additional products, and more information, visit PureBulk.com. That's PureBulk.com. Or call 406-251-3270. That's 406-251-3270 today.
Are you wondering about your retirement portfolio? Are you confident that the financial advisor is experienced enough to combat climbing interest rates, taxes, and inflation? Stop guessing and go to the expert, Robert Chapman of the International Forecaster. When you subscribe to the International Forecaster, you get Robert Chapman's 45 years of experience and concise investment recommendations. Who needs sugar-coated excuses when you can get the cold hard facts and proven investment leads you can't get anywhere else? For a free introductory copy to Robert Chapman's International Forecaster, subscribe now at theinternationalforecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. Experience the difference. When you subscribe, you can email Robert Chapman directly to obtain investment advice tailored just for you. Don't wait another minute. Subscribe today at theinternationalforecaster.com or call 877-479-8178. That's 877-479-8178.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
A revolution in smoking is underway. A revolution all smokers of traditional cigarettes should know about. Keep listening for a special offer from PowerVapor.com. Standard tobacco cigarettes contain over 4,000 harmful chemicals. Now it's time to release yourself from the grip of big tobacco and experience true smoking freedom. PowerVapor.com is an e-cigarette with the look, feel, and smoke of a real cigarette, but with no tar, no carbon monoxide, and no bad odors. Power Vapor's e-cigarettes deliver just the right amount of nicotine in a water vapor that looks and feels like real smoke. Yes, you choose from 4 levels of nicotine, and that puts you back in control. Plus, you'll enjoy 8 flavors and big savings over traditional cigarettes. Get the facts and see our demonstration video at PowerVapor.com. That's PowerVapor.com. Log on to PowerVapor.com right now for a special 10% discount and 30-day money-back guarantee. PowerVapor.com. The smoking gun heard round the world.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Ron Paul, ladies and gentlemen, article up at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. He says abolish the CIA. He said we need to get rid of it. We need to take it out. In fact, what's the actual quote? You know what? Let's just play Ron Paul's quote again right now instead of me just sitting here and paraphrasing it. This is Ron Paul this week at the Campaign for Liberty, one of the regional rallies. And here he is saying we need to abolish and get rid of the CIA. They've had a coup over our government, and they have. Republicans and Democrats come and go, but the CIA stays in power. It's the shadow government. It's a big part of the shadow government. He goes on to say, get rid of it. This is courage. Here's Ron Paul.
They admit, but they're almost like they lived in a different world. The military's down, the morale is down, the money is in there. They're going to looking for a couple more wars to fight.
Yeah.
It makes no sense whatsoever. But no, we don't have to worry. It's not the military anymore because there's been a coup. Have you heard? It's the CIA coup. The CIA runs everything. They run the military. They're the ones who are over there lobbing missiles and bombs on these countries. It's not even the military that does that. The CIA runs this. And, of course, the CIA is every bit as secret as the Federal Reserve. And yet, think of the harm that they have done since they were established since World War II. They are a government unto themselves. They're in businesses. They're in drug businesses. And they take on dictators.
Is that not powerful? That's Congressman Ron Paul. You can go watch the video at prisonplanet.com and Infowars.com. In fact, I'm trying to give you the exact headline. It's lost somewhere here in my stack if you want to go watch that video. My guys are writing so many articles and posting so much that here it is. Ron Paul, the CIA.